here in Santo Domingo. We got some great things planned for you. We'll see you in the kitchen.
Esta noche es la misma, con la misma oscuridad que usualmente me envuelve con tus mustias caricias. Y tú, ¿cómo?
Welcome back. We're back in our kitchen, back in our home, and we're going to make some gandules for you today. That's a typical Dominican dish, which I learned while I was out there. Had a wonderful time. So we're going to start off. We've got some gandules already boiling on the stove. The only thing that has been added is a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to start by cooking on both sides the ham, the smoked ham, which I'm going to go ahead and put in. We're going to let that cook and become golden brown on both sides. This dish can also be made vegetarian, and the only difference would be that would not add the smoked ham. The guandules have been cooking now for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. The way that you know that they're ready, you just try to use your spoon, go in, pinch, and if they break easily, you know that they're ready. So now we're going to get started. We're going to start adding some of the basic ingredients. Go back to what I said with our black bean video. Chicken stock should be fresh stock. Bake a little chicken. You can have it with your dinner. You're going to add about 2 cups worth. So we're adding that in now. I'm going to let that start boiling. Okay, I've added the stock to the guandules. Now our ham is golden brown, so we're going to add the ham. Just grab it. I'm going to slip that in there. Let it soak and start boiling. I'm going to move over here, take this off, let it cool down. We're going to start chopping the stuff that we need. I've got a shallot, 1 large shallot. I'm just going to chop it into pieces. Aside, and we're going to get started on our pepper. Just get that one little tiny piece right there. Take a nice chunk. This pepper's already been cleaned and de-seeded. I like to cut them long first and then chop them up into smaller bits. They don't have to be too small. You know, I kind of like the rustic feel of it when the pieces are not all the same. Most of the time they end up cooking and, you know, becoming very soft and dissolving in the dish anyways. So we're going to put that, chop that up. We're also going to put that aside. I'm going to take 1 tomato. You want a tomato that's a little bit green, not completely red. Take the top off. Put that aside. Slice it in half. And that I'm going to put right away into the dish. It's going to add a little bit of acid to it. Just 2 pieces. Toss it in there. Stir it around a little bit. That'll dissolve into the beans themselves while they're cooking. Coming back here, I've got my garlic head. Another one. Taking all the extra off. And take just a little head off, move it to the side. Again, just a little head off. Just a rough chop. There we go. Now I'm gonna sauté these until they're nice and transparent, and then we're gonna add it to the beans. Okay, right now we're gonna add the Goya sofrito, which is the tomato base. It has the green peppers, onions, cilantro, garlic, olive oil. This is fantastic for stews and for beans. It just adds a little bit more flavor to it. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 spoonfuls in. Stir that around. As you can see, it's starting to get smoky. You know, it's starting to get that beige color, which is good. That's really what you're looking for. You don't really want it to be a light broth. You want it to be like a creamy. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of wine, of white wine. Doesn't have to be any wine in particular, just, you know, something light and dry. Seal that up. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. I'm going to let that start boiling. Over here, I'm going to add the vegetables that I've chopped up, which is the shallots, the red peppers, and the fresh garlic. I'm going to sauté that until it's nice and translucent, and then we'll add it to our stock. I'm just going to lightly stir it. If you don't stir it, sometimes the garlic overcooks, and then it doesn't give you the flavor that you're looking for. So we're going to constantly stir this for about, I would say, anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, depending on the temperature of your stove. And we'll show you what that looks like. Got some fresh basil, which I'm chopping up. It's just a rough chop. I'm going to add that to our sautéed vegetables, and then we're going to add that to the stew. So let's put it together. You can see that the vegetables are nice and translucent now. It's been about 6 minutes or so. Just going to move it around a little bit. Turn it off, and then we're going to add it to the pot. Okay. I wish you guys could smell that. I mean, it's such a fantastic smell of basil and garlic. Hopefully it tastes as good as it smells. We're going to let this sit here for at least another hour and a half or so, and then it'll be ready to go.